You've arrived on Balmorra. Excellent. Your contact there is Lieutenant Malavai Quinn. I trust you'll find him most helpful.
Must I endure lowly Imperials?
Don't let the low rank fool you. The Lieutenant is an exceptional officer. Quinn will meet you in his offices at SWTOR headquarters. We will speak again as soon as he has briefed you.
My lord, welcome to Balmorra. I hope you like bomb-to-pieces mudholes. Captain Rigel, Imperial Conquest Consolidation Corps. When the Empire invades, we're the ones who seal the deal. Don't suppose you're aware of the situation here on Balmorra?
I'm sure you'll fill me in.
The Empire invaded Balmorra in the last war, but we've been spinning our wheels in the mud ever since. Resistance fighters think they can drive the Empire off Balmorra. We're here to prove them wrong.
What does this have to do with me?
We want the best Sith agents and guns for hire in the galaxy to put this war down once and for all. The Balmorran government in exile, backed by Minister of Defense Vol Argen, is giving us fits, backing a strong faction of the Resistance. The Minister is safely off planet, but if we break his allies here, we break him. We break him, we break the Resistance.
What about the rest of the Balmorran government in exile?
Vol Argen is the only one with military experience, and he's the most vocal. When we destroy his power base and wipe the floor with his whiskers, none of the others will have the backbone to oppose us. That's why we need to take everything out. Do we have the privilege of your support?
I'll look into it when I can.
My second-in-command, Lieutenant Davril, is in Sobrik, waiting to brief you on the operation's first mission, if you decide you're in. He's got plans to blow the Balmorran resistance sky high. I think you'll like them.
Hey there. You got a second? Oh, you're one of them Sith Lords. I ain't seen one of those before. Am I supposed to, bow or something? I, bet you could get me to who's in charge.
This better not be a waste of time.
I ain't never been more serious. Once you turned our droids against us, Balmorra was dead. It's just mop-up for you. I want to come out of this with my head. I got info. Right here. Where the rebels are. What they're hitting. Introduce me to the Mucky Mucks, and I'll trade them the rest for a berth off-planet.
You want to defect?
Now you're getting it. Help me out. I think Lieutenant Trishota handles defections, but he's been targeted a few times, so he don't take people off the street anymore. You convince him I'm the real goods, and I'd bet he'd cut you in a finder's fee.
My lord, I have heard much about your accomplishments. I understand you are not averse to occasional, off-the-record tasks which require some discretion. One of our officers has just had an unfortunate dust-up with a valuable delegate, and we need to doctor the results.
This is your mess.
This is of great importance to the Balmorran occupation effort. We could pay you handsomely. This officer recently quarreled with one of our Chiss delegates. The delegate did not survive. The Chiss have provided crucial intelligence here and elsewhere in the war. It would not do to strain relations with them.
We cannot allow our people to look weak before our allies.
Precisely, my lord. We have doctored a security recording to make it appear that Balmorran rebels attacked the delegate. We need someone with no direct connection to this officer to go to the room where the murder occurred and upload the doctored footage to the security cameras. With luck, we can turn this into a galvanizing point against the rebels.
An excellent plan.
The delegate was killed in the back room of a cantina. I'll give you the coordinates. Just tell our man at the door that you're working for Brearden, and he'll let you pass.
Are you the officer who deals with defectors?
My lord, my poor station is honored by your presence. I'm Lieutenant Trishota. High Command has tasked me to learn how these rebels think, as distasteful as that is. Have you found a candidate? Someone of enough value for the Empire to recruit instead of capture?
A man named Griffin Remus. He gave me this intel already. Why don't you torture him for anything else he's got?
I'll send my men to pick him up. Thank you, my lord. Forgive me the paltry payment for your service. We have a standard rate.
I'm working for Brereton.
This always does the trick.
I handled your cover-up. As far as anyone will know, the rebels killed that chiss.
Excellent. And I have heard nothing of it, which is even better. Please accept this payment for your service and your silence.
My lord, word of your talent precedes you. I'm honored. You're well aware of the situation, I'm sure. The government in exile, the resistance, cowards. If my lord is willing, we're going to bury them in their little hidey holes.
Yes, I get it. We're going to crush the resistance. What's your point?
The old government's sending generators to the resistance, powering their artillery. The resistance has given pardons to Balmorra's worst killers in exchange for a little guard duty. Phase 1 of Operation Breaking Point is to destroy those generators and put those killers to sleep. You in?
That has possibility.
The generators are in the Nibre warehouse. If you can blow them to pieces, you'll show the Balmorran resistance it takes more than cold-blooded killers to stop the Empire.
Sir, I apologize, sir. It was the best I could do.
If that's your best, you're useless to me. I can shoot you dead with a clear conscience. Is that what you want?
No, sir.
Then focus, Gillins. Dismissed. I apologize for the delay, my lord. Lieutenant Malavai Quinn. I'm to be your liaison here on Balmorra.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
And to you, my lord. Lord Baras will brief you personally, but I'm to acquaint you with the climate here on Balmorra first.
By all means, go ahead.
Even though the Empire wrestled control of Balmorra from the Republic during the war, we were never able to completely eradicate them. There is a rather sizable resistance movement. No one wants to admit it, but it's clear that the Republic is backing it.
The Republic cannot be tolerated.
I agree, my lord. It is my dream to see our enemy vanquished. I have a secure line to Lord Baras. I'll patch him through immediately.
Ah, I see you have convened with my apprentice. Very good, Lieutenant. Leave us. Quinn owes his career to me, but we should keep the details of your mission between the two of us. We must act swiftly. Nomen Karr's Padawan has directed the Jedi's suspicions to my undercover spy there on Balmorra. Do you recall this?
Of course. I remember everything.
Good. I'll get to the point. My spy is Commander Rylan of the Republic Resistance. He is the central contact for all my operatives in this sector. Unfortunately, Quinn is tracking an investigator that the Jedi have sent. That means we have to cover our tracks before you kill Rylon. Your first mandate is to destroy evidence that links Rylon to the sabotaging of Balmorra's defense systems during the war. To do so, you must break into the satellite control tower. Quinn reports that the tower is a death trap of mechanical security.
I'll handle anything that dares get in my way.
This task is priority 1. The Jedi's investigator could be zeroing in on the evidence as we speak. Quinn has everything you'll need. I'll summon him back. Remember, he is not to know the reason for your mission. I'll be in touch.
My lord, I've prepared what you need for your assault on the satellite control tower. In order to destroy the mainframe, you'll mount this charge to the base and activate it. Then contact me and I'll be able to detonate.
Stop! Please! Wait! We need this generator. If you destroy it, we'll all die.
Your life is of no concern to me.
Please. I don't ask much. My name is Men. My village was raised in the war. The few of us who survived came here to find shelter. Please, we are not part of the resistance. We haven't hurt anyone. We just need someplace to go when our homes were destroyed.
The generator has to be destroyed regardless of the situation.
I'm begging you. We won't survive without power. And we have nowhere else to go. Can't you just leave the generator running?
Stand aside, unless you want to go with it.
Ah! What are we gonna do?
Must have been imagining things, but I could have sworn I heard those generators go pop from here. Thank you, my lord. But it looks like the resistance isn't done yet.
You'd think the Empire would have an easier time with a ragtag bunch of resistance fighters.
Used to be we kept the resistance in check in the wilds, but now they've started to get bolder. They're attacking Imperial holdings in the old Balmorran industrial area. We need to punish their boldness. Lieutenant Thorpe at Markarran Outpost has some ideas about how to put the resistance back in their place.
Praise the Emperor! My lord, you don't know the relief it is to see you. You are the answer to a problem that has gone from insulting me to threatening the entire Empire.
You seem to have an inflated idea of your importance to the Empire.
My name is Gan Sakol. I'm a senior science officer here at Troida. Perhaps you've heard of my involvement in the Protactinian bomber design. No matter. It would only help you understand the sensitive nature of what I do, the secrets I'm privy to.
Let me guess. Those secrets walked off with someone they shouldn't have.
Indeed. Though that's a kind way to describe high treason. But let me be direct. I am not the traitor. My wife is the one who betrayed first me, then our empire.
That seems like more than a little lapse in judgment.
I don't know if Kalara did this out of malice or boredom. I shouldn't have brought her here. I finally thought I had made her happy, but no. She found her own entertainment. His name is Harez Bant. He's a thug, clears the trash at the cantina in Sobrik. Imperial intelligence believes he's a spy, and I am certain beyond doubt that he's the one who has the design plans that disappeared from my bedroom drawer.
Why only Harez Bant? Kalara should pay too.
The plans must be recovered before Harez sells them to the Republic. He should be at the cantina now. I will gladly give you as great a reward as I can muster should you dispose of this refuse. Then I will deal with my wife.
Evening, mistress. What can I offer to wet your throat and bring a smile to your lips?
Point me to Harez Bant and no one gets hurt.
Men were looking for him yesterday, too. Imperial intelligence. Whatever he did, I don't want to know. Harez! Leave the girls alone and get over here. Someone wants you.
Hello, mistress. How can I make your day a little more exciting?
Like you made Kalara Sokol's day more exciting.
Kalara? Can't say I recall that one. There was a girl last night. These spikes like little thorns all down her neck. I've never even seen an alien like... Well, I guess that's not who you're here about.
I'm here to kill you.
Now, we're all friends here. Just tell me what you want.
You're digging your own grave.
Okay. You're talking about the package I snagged from the Sokol girl, right? Good looker, that one. But not much between the ears. Anyway, here they are. It's just some data disks. I don't even know what's on them.
Don't even think about escape.
Hey, you've got the stash. We're done here.
Try not to bleed all over the discs.
Not in my cantina!
No!
You look satisfied. I hope it's because the wretched spy who stole my blaster designs lies dead on his own floor.
I have your data discs right here.
I appreciate your service, but what of Kalara? Did you question him as to her role in this affair?
Without her help, would he have even known what to take?
Yes. I can no longer deny Kalara's role in this. If you haven't tired of my sordid tale, perhaps you could undertake one more task.
I'd have to hear more about it first.
If the authorities learned of Kalara's folly, it would ruin the good name of this office, shut us down for months of investigation. All the while, the Resistance would be gaining strength.
The penalty for aiding a spy is death.
I'm glad we see eye to eye on this. I have been considering how best to end this disaster. It should be quiet, quick, something that can be blamed on the rebels, no questions asked.
I've got a talent for that.
Let me call Kalara. I will tell her you are to escort her to my colleague Garboza at the Imperial outpost. The route has many isolated spots, suitable for rebel ambush.
Oh, is it time?
My dear, this woman will serve as your bodyguard on your trip to the outpost. Garboza asked me to thank you for your assistance at such short notice.
Consider yourself honored.
Oh, great. How long is this trip again?
Leave for the transit point now, Kalara. She will find you there.
I love you too.
Go then. When you find yourselves alone, you can put an end to her treason. And my marriage.
She has brought on her own death with her foolishness.
Just be kind about it. I loved her once. It is best our names not be linked after this. When the deed is done, go to Officer Garboza at the outpost. He'll have your reward. You need not say what it's for.
Ah, you must be here for Officer Sir Cole's wife. He said to expect you. One moment.
Gunn doesn't usually go out of his way to see me protected. Is this going to be so dangerous? Or are you really just my chaperone?
You're a married woman. You should observe the bounds of propriety.
Well, pardon me. You're going to make sure I eat with the right fork, too? Let's get going. Why are you looking around so much? Like that? It's like you're looking for someone. Are you expecting an attack? Why did Gunn send an armed escort when I'm just going to the outpost?
What was the nature of your relationship with the Republic spy?
Republic spy? What are you talking about?
Are you denying you slept with Harez Bant?
Good grief, is this about Harez? Yes, I slept with him, and the slime never even picked up a comlink after that. Is Gunn such a baby that he'd frame me for treason because I slept around? Treason? Seriously? Tell Gunn that Harez is a jerk and I've broken it off. If he had the guts, he would ask me himself.
The galaxy is a harsh place.
Skip the sarcasm, okay? I just got threatened with death over one disappointing evening. Look, can't you just talk to him or something? He wouldn't really kill me for this, would he?
Your selfishness aided our enemies. You get no mercy.
You're going to kill me for this? For this? No!
Well, if it isn't the best paid engineering consultant on Balmorra. Oh, my lord, I didn't realize. I mean, no one told me you would be Sith. My apologies for the familiarity. But if you don't mind me asking, what is someone like you doing working for Officer Sakol?
Just transfer the credits and don't ask things you don't want to know.
Don't ask about things that could get Officer Sakol in trouble, you mean? Because that's definitely something I want to know. I could add a little something on top of this, for information that lets me pass Officer Sakol at the next evaluation. Call it a tip. 15%.
Keep your credits. I'll just take what I'm owed.
Suit yourself. I'm sure I can find someone else who knows what Sakol's up to.
Welcome to the front, my lord. Your reputation precedes you. I'm Fixer 66. I'm with the Operations Branch of Imperial Intelligence, and if you have a moment, I'd like to show you something.
I see you're monitoring communications. What more should I know?
On the left is an ordinary Republic comm unit issued to Resistance fighters. You've probably seen hundreds before. This other one is a Republic comm unit that has undergone some surgery. Please look, don't touch. The second one contains a half kilo of high explosive that detonates when the talk button is pressed.
I can imagine the effects when it's held to one's ear.
The plan is to take a few of these sabotaged comm units behind the Resistance's lines and plant them on their dead. The Resistance should soon salvage the comms and take them back to their headquarters. The resulting explosions will cripple and panic them. We'd prefer someone like you to take point. Someone who won't break if captured and who can go without reinforcements. Can you do this?
The Resistance will soon see death everywhere.
Your instructors at the Korriban Academy must have loved you. Head over to our technical man, a Balmorra local we drafted. The men call him Toybox. He'll give you the ordnance and show you how to transport it safely.
Fixer 66 called with the details. I've got your comm units rigged and ready to go. Oh, my name's Toybox, or that's what they call me. I used to make... Well, never mind. Quite a plan the Fixer's got. What do you think of it?
I like it. It exterminates the Resistance in their nests.
The Resistance? Or anyone else that picks up the comm unit? He's assuming soldiers will be the ones stripping any Resistance bodies, but civilians pick over bodies all the time. Refugees, sympathizers, sometimes you'll even see children do it.
I see no problem here.
Look, you may not lose any sleep over it, but you have to admit we're aiming for soldiers, right? They're higher value targets. While I was making the bombs, I remembered I had some empty grenade casings lying around. Now, a comm unit anyone will activate. But if we trapped a grenade to explode when armed, Only soldiers will be in the blast. What would you think of that?
Has it occurred to you that the Fixer's plan relies on you obeying his orders?
I'm sorry. I was just trying to show some initiative, my lord. Here are the trapped comm units. They're disarmed until this channel is set to 5. Just set them and walk away. Fixer 66 will be monitoring Resistance comm frequencies. Talk to him when it's done.
Keep trying to raise them. I may have another avenue. My lord, I'm Major Taras, commander of the 2nd Battalion. We have an emerging situation. I have need of your assistance and your discretion. We have a rescue operation that must be mounted immediately.
What exactly is your plan?
We need someone who can get on the ground and contact Besh Company's missing 1st Platoon. We sent them into the Akara droid factory for a covert electronic operation. 8 hours ago, their communications blacked out, which means the droids are onto them.
Where's the rest of your battalion?
In 2 words, stretched thin. I've got the rest of Besh Company, and 2 others exterminating rebels in Broken Valley. They'd never make it back in time. That leaves 1 hope for 1st Platoon, and I believe I'm talking to it right now.
I'll head to the Akara factory immediately.
Their ranking officer is Lieutenant Rutau. If the droids got him, then please, take command and lead the unit back.
I hear your exploits with Lieutenant Davril went well. I hope you didn't find him crass, my lord. Unlike my esteemed colleague, I do not base my mission's success on the decibel level of the explosions. Breaking the spirits of a resistance movement is like cooking a fine meal.
So, what are the ingredients for this mission?
The resistance has the people's backing. We must crush the spirits of the people to crush the resistance. No doubt Lieutenant Davril told you that they've brought in cyborg mercenaries from off-world, using an experimental new drop technology to land them on the planet. These cyborgs are killing our soldiers left and right.
They have not met the fury of the Sith.
Delightful. I believe we can catch them by surprise at this location. But here's the key. I want to send the Balmorran people a clear message. We collect the technology the cyborgs use to drop onto Balmorra and use it against them. Kill the cyborgs, collect the technology. What do you think?
I suppose it's not the worst plan I've heard.
I thought it was rather good myself. Bring me the cyborg technology, and I think the Balmorran people will get our message loud and clear.
Get down! The droid patrols will spot you. Apologies for shouting, my lord. But if they find one of us, they'll find all of us. I'm Lieutenant Rutau, 5th Infantry, 2nd Battalion, Besh Company. I'd say 1st Platoon, but there isn't one anymore.
Sole survivors are either cowards or fighters. Which are you?
If I fought any less hard, I'd be with the rest of them, my lord. Ask this wreckage here. It was one of the many droid patrols from the Okara factory. They spotted us uploading a virus, surrounded us. It was ruthless. Droids aren't like people. They don't retreat. They don't accept surrender. They just keep exterminating. So now it's up to me.
You're wounded and alone. You're asking to get killed.
Pain is in the mind. This ankle looks bad, but it's not an essential bone. The mission is what matters. If I can ambush enough patrols of battle droids, I can upload my packets and run before my painkiller wears off. What else can I do? I'm not going to ask you to go where I wouldn't.
If you refuse assistance, then your fate is your own.
If you're going to insist, I'll do just that. Good luck. You're alive. And not only that, my comlink is picking up signals again. Is everything uploaded?
That network should be choking on malicious programs.
Now it's my turn. I'll aim our scanners at the Okara droid factory to measure the extent of the damage the virus has caused. If the computer core shuts the probes down, I can record how long a window that creates for future assaults.
I'm guessing insanity runs in your family.
Ha! No, scanning from here is no risk compared to what you just did. I'll find a secure spot and call a medical ship soon. I cannot express what your success will mean. Not to me, I'm nothing, but to the families of the men who died for this mission. Those soldiers did not fail their empire, nor did their empire fail them.
My lord, I mark your progress and see that the charge is armed. I will detonate once you are a safe distance. But first, I have Darth Baras on holo for you. I will retreat and leave the line secure for the two of you.
Apprentice, we have one more potentially compromising thing to take care of before you can confront my spy, Commander Rylon. It involves invading a Republic keep to find a lowly ensign named Dermot. He is Rylon's son, and the commander confided his true identity to him. Ensign Dermot must be silenced permanently.
Rylon was foolish to tell his son.
The one chink in his otherwise flawless armor. I'll signal Quinn to give you the details. Be swift.
My lord, Ensign Dermot is being detained in the break of the Republic Crater outpost. Awaiting questioning by the mysterious agent Baras has me tracking. I will alert you if the investigator appears to be heading there. I assume you wish to get to Dermot before she does.
What can you tell me about the mysterious agent?
She appears to be investigating one of the Republic's own, a Commander Rylon. I'm instructed to keep close tabs, but stay out of her way. I've managed to slice the security you'll need to breach the crater outpost. Transmitting it now. Good luck on your mission, my lord. I'll be here if you need anything.
Lieutenant Ruta reported in. He says you completed the platoon's objective alone.
I didn't even break a sweat.
I had a feeling you'd say that. It seems if I want to save my men's lives, I should send you in first instead of last. Our battalion may have been unable to assist the platoon at Okara, But I assure you they were not sitting idle. Auric and Kresh companies, and the remainder of Besh, simultaneously invaded rebel posts in Broken Valley. They found something.
Do not keep me waiting.
Yes, my lord. Our droids went through the rebel databanks and pulled out messages about them occupying a tunnel network we call Cave 52. The rebels are in Broken Valley, and they're moving in cargo. All indications are that this load is special.
Bombs work wonders on caves. Have you contacted the Air Force?
No. We want the cave contents undamaged. The rebels transferred in elite units. This is something they don't want us to have. If our whole battalion comes knocking, they'll evacuate immediately. We'll need a small, fast attack to get inside K-52. The guerrillas know the tunnels quite well, so I suspect they have ambush points.
I fear no one.
Good. Word will spread about the captured posts, so I would head to Broken Valley immediately. We'll have a surveillance officer monitoring K-52's largest entrance. His name is Trecht. When you've seen the cargo, report to him, and he'll contact me on a secure frequency. Go in strength.
There's been chatter on the Resistance frequencies while you were off planting the ordnance. The Resistance has set off 3 bombs so far. The first blast sent them scattering. Then, of course, they attempted to stay in touch via comm unit. So you can imagine the results. Quite a successful operation.
Has there been any collateral damage?
Positively. One of the comm units wasn't far from their medical bay, and we think some teenager had the second one. Both are good. Without a medical bay, Resistance wounded will suffer, and the boy will serve as a lesson for looters. And with the investigation they'll have to launch to discover our method, we'll be ahead for quite some time.
Word has it, the former Balmorran Minister of Defense, Vol Argon, got wind of your work destroying the generators at Nibre warehouse. He's furious. I can't wait to hear his reaction when we attack him with his own cyborg's gear. Perfect.
Maybe he'll decide to come here and fight so I can kill him.
We'll do our utmost to provoke him. To reach the Resistance's main base, we need to push through the Gorinth wilds. But the Resistance have repelled all Imperial offensives with guerrilla attacks from this untamed and largely uncharted area. A Balmorran defector, Cavil Aren, has agreed to help us clear out the wilds and carve a path to the Resistance's base. He's at the Gorinth Imperial outpost.
My lord, my respects. How do you like Balmorra so far? Doesn't seem like much, does it?
Let's just get to the mission.
Resistance stealth troops have been infiltrating Imperial outposts, making quick strikes and leaving no trace. The Empire says they can't be beaten. I say they can.
What's so scary about them?
You don't see them until they kill you. That's what they say. But I built the tech they use to keep hidden. Their camp's in the Gorinth wilds, but they've surrounded it with mines to keep strangers out. Watch your step, and you can use this device to detect the stealth fighters. They're fast, though. If I may offer advice, strike quick and hard.
I'm here. What do you need, Abracadabra? Hold on. How did you get in?
Wrong. The question is, what am I going to do if you anger me?
Listen, the people in that complex aren't of any consequence, and are certainly no threat to the Empire.
Don't make me show you what a threat is. Explain why they're in hiding. Now.
It's because of the law. If you are at all, Force sensitive, you have to go to Korriban for Sith training. If you don't train, you're executed as a potential threat. But not everyone would make it as a Sith. Some people discover their sensitivity when they're too old, or they just don't have the will. So they go into hiding with us.
What benefit could that possibly bring?
It may be difficult for you to understand, but we don't try to exploit these people. We get them to Republic planets so they can grow dirt or compose symphonies, or whatever it is they're good at. But the Emperor keeps making laws that say they have to die.
They do, and you're going to watch.
You are a monster, and we're going to hunt you down like one.
You're Tyrus's operative, correct? Good to see you alive. Major? Yes, your operative is here. She secured the tunnels. No, I contacted you immediately, sir. He wants to know what was down there.
They were smuggling Force-sensitive youths off the planet. I killed as many as I could find.
Major Tyrus, bad news. It sounds like the Balmorrans are back in the prodigal Jedi business. Yes, sir. Probably one of Commander Hunn's projects. Yes, sir. Will do, sir. The Major praises you on your stunning victory and service to the Empire, and says we'll move a squad in to exterminate any survivors.
Trust me, that won't take long.
Yes, now that we know we don't want the cargo, we can roll in the gas and the bombs. There's not a finer sight in the galaxy than gassed rebels running out of a cave into the waiting blasters of your own battalion. Well, perhaps sunrises, but for those you have to wake up early.
Pipe down, Dermat. There's something going on outside. Trying to listen.
Oh, come on, Six, throw me a bone. Who's this agent that's coming to interrogate me? At least answer me that, will you? Fine, stay clamped. I don't care who it is, I ain't talking. Nobody's gonna get nothing out of me. Nothing! What? All right, I ain't proud. I give. My dad's an Imperial agent.
What did you say? Your dad is a what?
All I heard him say was, I'm ready to die.
Oh no.
This is a restricted area. What are you doing here? Who are you?
It's not a who. It's a what. It's a Sith.
He's going to need a new pair of pants.
Who cares what Dermat needs? You gave me enough time to get what I need.
I have a very bad feeling about this.
Take a look behind yourself, Sith. That's what 2 squads of the Republic's finest looks like.
Finally, a fight worthy of me.
Come on, men. Let's send this Sith home in a body bag.
Zix? Come on, talk to me, Zix. Get up, man.
Look at me, Ensign Dermat.
But if I don't look, then maybe you're not really here, and... Oh, blast, I looked. Please, Please, I know why you're here. The Republic's investigating my dad, and an agent's coming to put the screws to me. But I won't break. I promise. Let me live. My dad's secret is safe with me. I'm a rock.
You must think I'm an idiot.
Fine, you're an idiot. If it'll save me, I'll think whatever you want me to. My father's done so much for the Empire. Look, maybe the apple fell off the tree, kind of far from the tree, but it's still... Look, the apple's still... Look, I'm not exactly sure where I was going with that, but please don't kill me.
I'm putting you out of my misery.
But who will put me out of my misery?
Poor fool. Not sure we've ever come across anyone so useless.
If it wasn't for the entertainment value that collar provides, you'd be just as useless.
Ow! I'll try to do better.
No more surprise attacks. Good. Captain Rigel is on Holo. He wants a word with you.
My lord, allow me to express my deepest pleasure at working with you. Operation Breaking Point has been far more successful than I ever could have imagined. Word is the former Balmorran Minister of Defense Volargen might come down to Balmorra. He's playing right into our hands.
I hope he does show up. I'll kill him.
I hope so too. Now that the wilds are secured, we're ready for the final push. Colonel Vrain, head of the Imperial Conquest Consolidation Corps, has come to oversee the action. He's at the Sundari outpost, in striking distance of the Resistance's main base. It's now or never.
I must be honest. Your success at the Satellite Control Station and Republic Crater Outpost has surprised me, my lord. I computed the likelihood of success as nearly negligible. In my assessment, however, I only considered the capabilities of a typical Sith. Clearly, you are not a typical Sith. I will adjust future calibrations to account for your unprecedented abilities.
Quinn, you know just what to say.
I'm not too proud to acknowledge when I'm mistaken. Lord Baras is pleased. He says it's time to zero in on your prime directive, and he awaits your contact. My barracks are yours. Activate the holocommunicator in the next room to speak with Lord Baras. The line is secure.
Don't wander off.
I'll be right here if needed, my lord.
I hope you can see the smile on my face, apprentice. You are turning me into a true believer.
Wait a minute, let me pinch myself.
I'm sure you're impatient to complete your time on that little rock. With the satellite tower computer destroyed and Commander Rylon's son neutralized, my spies' tracks are covered. Now the only threat to Rylon ever being exposed is the man himself. It's time to end that threat. Permanently.
I'm going to wipe him off the face of this planet.
Ready and able. That's what makes you such a lethal and valuable asset. I've had him embedded within enemy ranks for decades. The extent of his contribution to the Empire's interests is unrivaled.
I'll be sure to thank him before I kill him.
At your discretion, apprentice, but that won't be necessary. The Jedi investigator must have no hard evidence that Rylon was killed to silence him. It must look like anything but a targeted execution. Annihilate everyone there.
There won't be a heart left beating.
See to that. I've summoned Lieutenant Quinn. He'll prepare you for your final task.
Your final target is the Balmorran arms factory. The Resistance forces recently captured it and made it their headquarters. An incursion into the arms factory will be a monumental feat. I'm excited by the prospect of you laying waste to that place.
So, I excite you, do I?
Well, what I meant was, when I imagine all the ways you will shape the galaxy, I get very excited. Yes.
How easily you fluster, Lieutenant.
Well, my lord, your question was a bit surprising. My mind is on the task at hand.
It's called multitasking, Lieutenant. Look into it.
I am always interested in bettering myself, my lord. May I continue to brief you on the Balmorran arms factory?
I reserve the right to readdress this issue in the future.
That is your prerogative, of course. All right. The Republic Command Center is deep inside the arms factory, the most heavily protected installation on the planet. In order to reach Commander Rylon, you will have to make your way past all of the factory's defenses, which are considerable.
The tougher, the better.
Stationed inside are an estimated 1,000 of the Republic's best-trained soldiers. Specifically, Rylon's elite squadron is responsible for some of the most precise, improbable resistance victories on Balmorra. They're legendary.
I hate them already. I'll feed off that.
The Empire's cause here on Balmorra will be greatly advanced once they're gone. One final thing. The investigator that the Jedi sent has been concentrating her activity around the arms factory. I have her under minute-by-minute surveillance. If she becomes a problem, I'll contact you on your comlink.
Sounds like a plan.
I'm on top of it. I will be here to salute you when the Balmorran arms factory is a smoking husk, my lord.
Help me! You there? Yes, you, please! My comrade took severe damage while engaging the enemy. Please, we have to repair him!
Do not waste the time of an organic. The damage to my motivator exceeds reasonable repair. Continue our assigned task alone.
I cannot just leave you out here. I will return you to headquarters fully operational, brother. I have to.
I'm quickly losing interest.
Unit B6NX carries experimental emotional programming, which may be the cause of his current malfunction.
Camaraderie and compassion increase unit cohesion, thereby increasing combat effectiveness by a factor of 5.
The observed result is that your programming prevents you from ignoring my damage and carrying out mission priorities. A clear flaw.
Don't listen to him. This single-use pass card will open a hidden supply locker in the nearby junkyard. You can retrieve a new motivator and we can repair my comrade.
Using our assigned pass card in order to repair me is a waste, 6NX. If the organics wish to help, they should use the card to retrieve a data spike to counteract your flawed emotional programming.
Couldn't I find a new motivator and a data spike and fix you both?
Data spikes and motivators are stored separately, and the card will only open one secured case. I am incapable of engaging enemy soldiers, whereas Unit B6NX only chooses not to. Repairing his faulty programming is the most expedient solution.
Engaging those resistance fighters would have subjected you to further risk of damage. I couldn't take that chance. Please, take this card and retrieve the motivator to repair my friend. Please, I can even reward your help. I know the location of another supply cache, one that isn't locked. Its contents will surely be useful to you.
Bribery. Refusal to carry out programmed directives. My counterpart's malfunctions are obvious. Please retrieve a data spike to correct him.
Your counterpart definitely needs to be reprogrammed. Where can I find what we need?
You should be able to find the necessary data spike in the nearby junkyard. Use the pass card that 6NX gave you to retrieve it from its locked case.
But my comrade, he needs help. He needs a motivator. I can't believe you got the data spike instead of the parts for my friend. Now you leave me no choice.
You will do as I say, droid.
Repairing personality protocol. Functions resetting to standard. Please stand by. Excuse me now, my current assignment is to prevent enemy incursion into this zone, so I must stay alert.
Your
Your assistance is appreciated.
Pardon me, Watcher 8. Imperial Intelligence. Your rise with the Sith has been well documented. Might you have a moment to assist me? Agent Veld, my top field operative, has failed to check in. Instead, I received some garbled distress signal. I will not abandon Agent Veld. I need him found.
Maybe you should consider writing him off.
I'd rather not discard an excellent operative at the first sign of trouble. I can give you Agent Veld's last known position near the Republic's main landing field, but the rest would be up to you.
This is a trifling matter, but I will do it.
Glad to hear it. His distress signal was sent from these coordinates. I'll send him an alert to watch for you, but it may not get through. Good luck.
My lord, you're Darth Baras' apprentice, right? Got orders from the planetary governor to find you. You're needed at this war conference, Priority Alpha 1.
If the governor wants me, let him beg at the feet of my master. I have other concerns.
This is Sith's business as well. Promise. The Dark Council sent an emissary, big-time Sith Lord, to personally review the status of the Balmorran occupation. This conference will determine the next stage of the ground campaign. Whole war's about to be decided, and the governor wants your expertise.
The governor fears the Dark Council's wrath. He hopes I can shield him.
You say so, my lord. Assigning Black Level clearance. No one will cause you trouble. Be quick, though. They're starting any minute.
My lord, let me be the first to tell you how appreciated your work has been. Today, the Balmorran resistance, backed by the government in exile, takes its last pitiful gasp. We have you to thank. It won't be long before the corpse of former Defense Minister Vol Argon is cold in the ground.
I hope to be the one to kill this Defense Minister.
The Resistance, aided by the Republic, has made its headquarters in the Balmorran Arms Factory. It is a heavily fortified facility, but it's not invulnerable. Not with such a powerful patriot as yourself on our side.
The factory will be destroyed by nightfall. I vow it.
If we may impose on you for one final task in service of the glorious Empire, we need you to break into the factory, shut off its power, and use the period of panic to shut down security. Once this is done, the main attack force can sweep in and wipe out the Resistance. And if you see Vol Argon, kill him.
This will be like terrorizing children.
Perhaps, but I wouldn't go in too overconfident. Word is the Resistance at the factory have the Republic's backing. They'll be well equipped and well trained. For anyone else, this would be a suicide mission. I wouldn't consider it, but I have a good feeling about you.
Do you know the worst part, Governor?
I didn't.
Exactly. You didn't even own up to your mistakes. That's why the Dark Council gave this planet to me.
Please.
Watch and enjoy. I'm Darth Lacris, and I've been tasked with cleansing Balmorra. I'm glad you came. More Sith can only bring much-needed dignity.
I don't care if you rule one planet or 1,000. Nobody wastes my time.
To business, then. You're here because I asked the governor to bring me his best. Balmorra has a problem.
My friends in the Resistance, I won't take much time. The Empire says it owns Balmorra. The Republic says it's yours. We're gone. But you and I know Balmorra's won with sweat and tears, and my boys will stand by your side until everyone knows it.
Grand Marshal Jaquetta, formerly of the Republic Army. Officially, he and his troops went rogue after the Republic withdrew from this sector. Ever since, they've been holed up under siege, aiding the Resistance and fortifying their position. You may have met their scouting parties already.
Grand Marshal Jaquetta. What's his story?
A brute. He seems barely literate, but he took 3 sectors from us during the war. Jaquetta and the Resistance are based in the Balmorran Arms Factory, home of the brightest engineers in the galaxy. I'm told the factory's generators are inexhaustible, its defenses cutting edge, its barricades block our scans, giving the Resistance peace and privacy.
We can't hurt them, but they can't hurt us while they're contained in there.
And what if they stop being contained? Jaquetta may have officially gone rogue, but the Republic still supports him. They fund his revolution from the shadows, make supply drops in secret. Those Republic hypocrites want the arms factory as a beachhead, and as Balmorra's new governor, I say we take it before they mount a full invasion.
I will burn our enemy's fortress to the ground. I swear it.
Obliterate the factory defenses. Lower the barricades that block our scans, and I'll have an army at your back. And if you can, bring me proof of Republic involvement on Balmorra. We'll expose their lies on a galactic stage.
Go. No, wait. Watcher 8 alerted me about you. My mission's been compromised and I need your help. I need to gather clearance code cylinders from Republic officials around the landing field. Sadly, prying the cylinders from their bodies will be necessary. I've already identified the targets. I need you to handle them and take the code cylinders back to Watcher 8.
I am Sith. I call the shots.
I apologize, but those code cylinders are vital. And you're far more combat-ready than I am. When you have the cylinders, plant some explosive charges on the ships on the ground. I need a distraction for the critical stage of my recon.
I thought Imperial intelligence was more circumspect than that.
The time for elegance is long gone. These should be enough charges. I know Watcher 8 trusted your skills, but be careful.
You're good to go.
Marshal Jaquetta to all personnel. Last night was a hell of a fight. Outnumbered 10 to 1, and we still beat back the imps. Victory's coming, boys. Keep this up, and we can all go home. Grand Marshal Jaquetta here. I want to talk about sacrifice. My troops and I gave up our homes in the Republic. But the rest of you weren't given a choice. Your planet was taken from you. You're giving up everything to get it back. That's the real deal. This is Grand Marshal Jaquetta. I've been hearing grumbling lately. People saying the Republic abandoned Balmorra. Well, I may not be Republic Army anymore, but I'm still a patriot. So don't say it to my face. The treaty may not have left us much choice, but the people of the Republic are still behind you.
Darth Baras, can you read me? I'm lowering the barricades to the Balmorran arms factory.
I hear you perfectly. We'll start scanning the interior now. Hold on. Someone cut through this interference.
Pardon my interruption. I'm Grand Marshal Jaquetta, formerly of the Republic Army.
So, you're the proud leader of these gutless wonders.
If they're so gutless, why haven't you beaten them after all these years? I'm not a complete fool. Once I realized you planned to lower our defenses, I sent a few friends.
Jedi Knight Raylon Nis, reporting.
Tempest Squad, reporting.
Fresh volunteers who have taken a leave of absence to join the Balmorran resistance. Taste of what's coming.
You've sent these people to their deaths.
If that's true, I'll shed a tear.
Go! Go!
Can you hear me? This channel is still open. Did you get her? Send a Jedi?
Along with the Special Forces team. He claimed they weren't with the Republic.
I'm sure he did. My people are performing a full scan of the factory now that the defenses are down. I'll patch you into the report.
My lord, we're detecting unusual signals from inside the factory. What appears to be a hyperspace beacon. It shouldn't be possible. It must have taken them decades.
Don't underestimate their engineers or their resources. What can you do?
In theory, starships could follow the beacon and jump-in system almost directly overhead.
The Republic is flying reinforcements straight to the Balmorran arms factory and bypassing our defenses.
Being governor of Balmorra isn't so easy after all.
I wasn't looking for an easy job. Scan for enemy transports approaching the factory.
Picking up. There are dozens of ships out there. Silhouette is Republic Special Forces, Triumph class.
This is how they did it during the war. Multiple strike teams, strategic objectives, 1 Jedi per military squad. They took entire planets. They know we see them. They're rushing to land now.
The Empire still runs this world. How much damage can those squads do?
Our forces are armed to fight a traditional insurgency, not elite strike teams. We'd need 1,000 Sith, not 6 million grunts. Take out the landing platforms and guidance systems around the factory. I'll have attack squadrons blow those ships out of the sky. Fail me now, and we perish with Balmorra.
This is Darth Baras. Our ships are closing on the Republic transports. Keep destroying those landing pads, and there will be no escape for the enemy. Attack squadrons engaged. We've downed 6 Republic transports. I'm calling in additional ground-to-air weaponry. A few targets remain airborne, and they've got nowhere to go. But 1 transport slipped past us. I'm sending in ground troops. You intercept that ship at the factory's upper landing pad. No one survives this attack.
The fleet may be lost, but my Padawan and I can hold the Imperials while you regroup.
No. You've got your ship, we've got a few of our own. I want you to get the non-combatants and the wounded off Balmorra. After we handle this. You're damn tough, you know that?
Jedi and a Grand Marshal, dead at my hand.
Weapons out! Good fight. You've got something I don't have anymore.
I am Sith. Next to me, you are nothing.
Maybe so. Hear me out. I know how much the Empire wants to expose the Republic's involvement in Balmorra, publicly. I confess the truth of the invasion, if you help my men.
What happened to the Grand Marshal who showed defiance?
It's just us now. None of my boys left to inspire. Let the Balmorrans and the non-combatants leave. Treat the Republic soldiers fairly, as prisoners of war. Help them, and I'll tell everyone we violated the treaty.
You're in no position to strike a deal.
Damn it. That's everything you could want. Why?
You won't have to wonder very long.
Sir, Squad 815, Darth Baras sent us to reinforce your position.
The Grand Marshal is dead. We're done here.
Understood. There's fighting all over the factory, but it looks like a victory. Orders are to regroup at the outpost when you can, sir.
The factory is under attack. Headquarters has been breached and casualties are severe.
Keep your wits, Captain. What do we know of the enemy?
Target is carving a bloody path in this direction. Unconfirmed reports suggest it's Sith.
Consider them confirmed.
Commander, contact confirmed. The enemy is Sith. Repeat, the enemy is...
I can see that, Captain. Shut up.
Sith, I know why you're here. Be aware that these are the finest troops I've commanded in all my decades of duty.
I'll take pride in slaughtering them.
Captain Elgin, engage at will and hold the line. I'm coming with reinforcements. Right on out.
You're about to find out what we're made of.
You're made of bones that break and blood that spills.
You don't intimidate us. We've killed your kind before.
You've never even seen my kind before.
You're about to find out otherwise. Men, attack!
So what happens now?
The commander. He should have been here by now.
It wouldn't have made a difference.
This means he's safe. That's all that matters.
Please, enough of this.
Commander, no! Run! Save yourself!
Just put him out of his misery, Sith.
He's suffered enough, I suppose.
No.
It's unfortunate they were on the wrong side. They were excellent soldiers and exceptional men.
They died like dogs.
It was difficult betraying them. You can't bleed with a man and not form a bond. Yet with their defeat, the Empire's cause has advanced. Today was inevitable. I knew Lord Baras would eventually have to eliminate me. But I'm proud to have been of service all this time.
Any last requests?
If I may, there is one thing. My son. He was the only thing in the world that was truly mine. And in love or weakness, I told him my secrets. I know you had to cover my tracks, but please tell me, did he face his fate well?
He whimpered like a craven coward.
I see. You've crushed my spirit. Now the death of my body is a formality. When they find my corpse, there must be evidence of a valiant fight. We must make this look convincing, Sith. So I will not hold back. I will fight you as though you are my mortal enemy.
Maybe I'll break a sweat.
Then arm yourself. Tell Lord Baras it has been my great honor to serve him.
My lord, I believe we've got trouble. I heard your entire conversation with Commander Rylorn.
You have my attention.
I told you that I've had the Jedi investigator surveilled and that she's been snooping around the arms factory. Apparently she bugged Rylorn's quarters, and as she listened in on your conversation, I heard what she heard. The investigator knows everything, my lord.
The same can be said of you now.
Yes, but I pose no risk to Lord Baras. If this investigator gets away, she'll expose everything. She was heading to her ship, but I had my men move in and cut her off from the Republic landing bay. I am systematically blocking her avenues of transmission and escape, herding that Republic scum to her only hope, the spaceport at Sobrik.
How does she expect to survive an Imperial spaceport?
My men report that she's wielding a lightsaber, my lord. This investigator is a Jedi Knight. Unless you stop her, she's more than capable of fighting her way through the spaceport and commandeering a ship. I'll be able to delay the Jedi long enough for you to engage, but I advise caution when facing her.
Killing Jedi is old hat for me.
Then my concern is unfounded. My apologies. I will gather my remaining men and meet you at the spaceport. We will crush this Jedi.
You're too late, Sith. I already transmitted the conversation between you and Commander Rylorn to the Jedi Council. Nomen Karr has his proof. Now Master Karr and his Padawan will track down and expose every Sith agent in the galaxy.
You won't be around to see it.
I will not fall today. Not to you. My intentions and motivations are clear, as is my mind. I have purity of purpose. I seek neither thrills nor satisfaction. Unlike you, I am calm.
How incredibly boring.
Living an enlightened life is anything but boring. The dark side shall fail you, Sith. Save yourself, surrender, and the Jedi Council will give you every opportunity to discover redemption.
Save your breath, Jedi. You're going to need it.
Attack me and I will kill you. You're good to go. Your victory means nothing. The damage has been done. The proof has been transmitted. So deal the death blow, Sith. I am at peace. knowing that the greater good has been served.
I hate to burst your bubble, Jedi. No, that's a lie. I'm reveling in it. I intercepted your transmission. The Jedi know nothing.
Quinn, I could kiss you.
I'm only doing my job, my lord. I had her monitored and screened the entire time. There was never any risk at all.
Gloat all you like. It means nothing. I remain at peace. And Nomen Karr and his Padawan will still defeat you.
I'm impressed with your fortitude, Jedi.
The Force and the Jedi way give me a sense of something larger than myself. I am resigned. Strike me down. I offer no further resistance.
I will savor your destruction.
There is no death. There is the Force.
How bizarre. She just closed her eyes and accepted death.
It almost took the fun out of killing her.
No matter. The threat is ended. Lord Baras will be anxious to learn what became of this. When you're ready, I'll contact him from my office.
The old man can wait.
Of course, my lord. Take your time. I'm not seeking to impose. I'll be waiting in my barracks. It's not my place, Lord Baras. I leave that for your apprentice to convey.
Then step aside, Lieutenant. My apprentice has arrived. Nice of you to join us. Quinn refuses to update me, insisting the privilege be yours. I assume the Jedi investigator has been stopped.
I handled it. Your doubts and worries are becoming intolerable.
Considering recent developments, yes, I had much concern. I had hoped to avoid confronting the Jedi, but our hand was forced. What matters most is that Rylon can no longer be exposed. And how would you assess Lieutenant Quinn's contribution?
Lieutenant Quinn is an exceptional officer. I couldn't have done it without him.
High praise indeed. Quinn, I believe you have sufficiently repaid the debt owed to me. I'm putting you up for a captaincy and transmitting an executive order allowing you to station wherever you choose. You are dismissed.
Thank you, Lord Baras. If my actions benefit the Empire, they benefit me. I would have done the same regardless of our past. My lord, before I depart, it's been my extreme honor to serve you. You are the epitome of everything the Empire stands for.
I'm going to miss your rugged good looks, Quinn.
Maybe our paths will cross once more, my lord.
He will have his hands full. There are powerful Imperials dedicated to keeping him down. But if Quinn can overcome them and rise to the station he deserves, there is great hope for our Imperial allies.
If given the opportunity, he will excel.
By the way, it's not worth worrying about. Quinn's affairs are a speck compared to what we face. Your presence on Balmorra is no longer needed. Return to your ship when you're ready to leave. I'll contact you there.
So, we're leaving, right? On to our next exercise in domination and destruction?
We don't have to leave to have an exercise in domination.
Okay. Point taken. Sure hope the next place we land on has a place to buy painkillers.
Agent Veld was able to relay a message to me. Your assistance is appreciated. As are these code cylinders you gathered. Rest assured, we will find them most useful. Again, my thanks.
I've heard most satisfactory reports of your success in the Balmorran arms factory. And that fool Vol Argon played right into our hands. There can be no doubt. The resistance is crushed.
Good luck with the final assault, Colonel.
Thank you. Captain Rigel is in charge of writing up the report on this one. If I could ask you for one final favor, that you report your success to him.
Darth Baras, Grand Marshal Jaquetta is defeated, and the Balmorran arms factory is broken.
You smell like smoke and blood. Let me show you something.
On behalf of the Senate and the Supreme Chancellor, I wholeheartedly condemn the actions of these rogue soldiers on Balmorra. They struck at Imperial targets without any Republic support. The Senate values its peace treaty with the Empire.
So embarrassing for the Senate, forsaking their own people. Meanwhile, Imperial intelligence has begun interrogating our captives. I'm giving the Jedi to Darth Maar to see if they can be turned.
Interrogation and conversion aren't enough. They should be executed as an example.
All in good time, I'm gathering troops for a clean sweep of the Balmorran arms factory. I'm making it my base of planetary operations. My governorship would be very different without you. You have my gratitude for your assistance.
The last governor who failed was replaced by the Dark Council. Don't make his mistakes.
He was nothing. I am Sith. You should remember that. It's time I return to ruling. There are new reports of resistance activity. Should you choose to remain on Balmorra, perhaps I'll call on you again.
My lord, you have laid waste to our enemies. The whole resistance is in shambles. The people's spirits are broken. Balmorra is as good as ours.
They were pushovers. They deserve to be conquered.
The Empire agrees. We cannot possibly thank you enough for your service. Decades we've been trying to win this war, and you've done it in a fraction of the time. Thank you.
Is there something you want?
Captain Lever, Special Tactics Group 32 Alpha, Ghost Striker Division, here by request of Darth Baras. My lord, we found them.
So I see. You weren't planning on leaving my world so soon.
Where I go and when isn't for you to decide.
But while you're here, your work is my concern. You and I defeated the Republic at the Balmorran arms factory. Now the Resistance grows desperate, gathering their remaining forces for a final assault.
They've got at least 10,000 veteran fighters in the valley, enough to overrun Sobrik.
Unless we stop them and obliterate the Resistance army. Either way, someone's about to win the planet, and someone's about to be crushed.
If it takes 1,000 days and 1,000,000 men, we will conquer this world.
Tactical assessment, Captain.
The enemy's using choke points and toxic hotspots in the terrain to control the flow of battle. Our ground troops can't even reach their targets.
But you can give me an edge. Join the last battle for Balmorra. Lead my army against this rebellion, and I will reward you dearly.
I can just imagine how rewarding you can be.
Keep your imagination focused. For now. Colonel Proshin runs special operations on the front. He will work with you to plan a strategy. See that this world falls to us. Baras out.
You must be Colonel Proshin.
Yes, my lord. We've been expecting you. This army the Resistance has gathered. We're losing the last battle of the war, and manpower isn't our problem. But Darth Baras promises you can help, and I've learned to trust her judgment.
Neither Baras nor I require your trust. Only your obedience.
Of course, my lord. Apologies. I've asked my men to identify priority resistance targets for you. You'll move at your discretion, and we'll supply you with anything you need. And be careful if you stray into the toxic areas of the valley. We're receiving reports of some sort of insectoid infestation. Even the Resistance stays clear.
Spare me your advice. I'll do what your men couldn't. Win this war.
In the name of the Emperor and Darth Baras.
How goes the battle, Commander?
Have faith in the Empire, and the Empire provides. Yesterday, I woke to the news that Balmorran rebels had devised a way to avoid our sensors, had developed prototype stealth ships out of shuttles stolen from us. But I did not lose heart. Today, a scout literally stumbled upon where the rebels have stashed those same ships. The Empire provides. Doesn't matter, some said. Nobody could storm the area, wrestle key codes for the shuttles from their pilots, destroy their anti-aircraft defenses, steal a shuttle.
So, it was meant to be. Me wandering over here right now.
What else would you call it? The rebel pilots will have the keys you need to get inside a shuttle, but there's no way to override the rebels' automated defenses. You'll need to destroy the laser batteries before you steal the prototype shuttle. Then, fly it out under heavy fire and countless opposition. An adventure, for certain.
Now you'll see what a Sith is capable of.
Blast it! I was hoping you were my reinforcements. No insult to your abilities, but I need someone who's willing to take on an urgent mission, fast! The Gold Nibre rebels have taken control of Traken 4, one of our outposts past the Marcaran wastes. If they get the gun emplacements functional, they could take out the Marcaran outpost in one shot.
What exactly is your plan?
I called for a full recon team. Top priority is to kill the power couplings on those gun emplacements. If you get that done before they attack the Marcaran outpost, the Empire will be in your debt.
I prefer our security breach to be known to as few as possible, but discretion's worth less than your combined talents. Exactly 52 minutes ago, a Republic spy infiltrated an Imperial capital ship. The blast-happy scum killed 16 loyal officers and made off with a sample of our most deadly bioweapon. Now this spy's on Balmorra trying to hand the weapon over to the Republic. We must recover it first.
This is beneath me, but I'll do it.
Don't underestimate the spy. He crash-landed in the swamp. Republic search parties are moving in, but the real problem is the wildlife, Balmorra's nastiest man-eaters. Also be careful with the bioweapon itself. The casing might be damaged, and I'd rather not have to explain 1,000 unplanned casualties.
Ah! Don't sneak up on me like that. I'm sorry. I've been on surveillance for 4 days. My reflexes are getting a little... I'm following up on a known rebel base location.
You should get 30 lashes for sleeping on the job.
I've been awake round the clock working on a confession we got from a captured rebel. The rebels have a whole operation just scavenging unexploded thermal detonators from battlefields. They're using the thermite to build their own improvised bombs.
What's your plan?
Does that mean you want to help? If you're in, I think we should feed these scum their own medicine, steal their bombs and use them on them. I'll transmit the specs, where to get the bombs, and the best places to blow to bloody bits once you have them. If you pull it off, let me know. My superiors will want the gory details.
Rebels' facilities have been destroyed.
Some fireworks. You're fast, and you're good. Nothing like the smell of rebels roasting on their own blasted suitcase bombs.
You have your ship, Commander.
And you, my eternal gratitude, my lord. You are everything the Empire promises its people. The shuttle will go to our techs, be pulled apart, and its secrets made ours. Once again, order triumphs over chaos, and the Empire provides for those who hold true.
This is Lieutenant Zach Harrell, 83rd Platoon. It's my final duty to report. Mission failure. My squad had orders to recover stolen Imperial data card from Resistance fighters. Recovery complete, but my men suffered extensive injuries. Ambushed by Republic patrol. Many men too injured to run. Wouldn't leave them. Not to those animals. We stood our ground, called for air support, but the enemy must have jammed our signal. Republic scum slaughtered my men, shot the wounded where they lay, and left me for dead. The enemy stole the data card. They now possess codes to open any Imperial security door on Balmorra. I accept full responsibility. Should have run when we had the chance. Overheard them mention a computer at their outpost. Taking the coded data card there for decryption. If reinforcements find this message, recovery of stolen coded data card, maximum priority. Find Republic outpost. Retrieve coded data card. Return to Captain Laba at our forward base. He'll know what to do.
I will bring the Republic to its knees.
Lieutenant Zach Harrell. Signing off.
You don't need to worry about the gold Nibre anymore.
I am in your debt. I just found out that my reinforcements were killed by a rebel ambush. Without you, the gold Nibre's attack would have succeeded for sure.
The spy was dead when I found him. He hid the bioweapon, but I dug it up.
Poor Republic. All that trouble for nothing. At any rate, congratulations. I'll include a full description of your heroics in my report. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must see to the bioweapon safe transport off Balmorra.
These are grim days, friend. I am Captain Ransfell Newt, Imperial Command. Your presence here couldn't come at a better time. Please try to overlook the stench of death upon me. Sometimes the work we do to preserve the Empire is dirty.
Maybe you should take a shower.
I'm afraid what has blooded me is more than skin deep. There's a terrible scourge terrorizing this world. The Colicoids. Savage, genetically enhanced creatures with a ravenous taste for human flesh. Emboldened by hunger, the Colicoids are encroaching on settled areas and Imperial holdings. Many of the Empire's finest have become food for these bugs.
Then they weren't the Empire's finest, were they?
Believe me, we've lost a lot of good men. They deserve to be avenged. I've developed a poison that kills the Colicoids when consumed. I've collected bodies of the fallen and treated them with the toxin. Then I had to cut the poisoned bodies into pieces. Now they must be dispersed around the bugs' nests. Will you do this?
A Sith is not squeamish about such things.
I'm relieved. You'll have to make the trek to Bugtown in Broken Valley, the site of the experiments that made the bugs. Here, a bag of the poisoned body parts. Tread cautiously. It will attract the creatures in droves. Find the Colicoid feasting mounds around the area and deposit body parts on each mound. I hope you return to me in one piece.
Master Puntillo, target's preparing to move out.
But you still refuse to attack!
My men are corporate security, sir. We can't defeat Republic commandos in a fair fight.
Then, you're fortunate I see one last option. Excuse me, my friends. You've arrived at a crucial time. I'd like to put a proposition to you.
You're bold to approach me. Bold and foolish.
I've stared down Sith before. I was, a businessman. I supported the Empire when this war began, both in and out of the boardroom. The Republic sent a squad to kill me. They botched the mission, killed my wife and daughter. So my mercenaries tracked the commandos responsible.
We lured them from their base with a distress call, but they came ready for a trap. We can't afford...
I can afford anything! So since my men refuse to strike, I'll pay you to murder every squad member who took part in the attack on my family.
I'll help you and your little black heart, for now.
I am pleased we have a deal. The commandos are scouting those polluted wastes. I'll need proof of their deaths. Blood. Dog tags. I don't care. But kill them. Make things right.
Captain Labber, 83rd Platoon. I'll do my best to serve, my lord, though my resources are limited. One of my squads disappeared while returning from an important mission. I'm mounting a search and rescue operation.
The situation is under control, Captain. I finished the mission your men started.
Finished? You don't even know the details of our mission. Wait. That data card you're holding. I recognize those markings. That's the security codes the traitors stole. I sent Lieutenant Haral's squad to recover that. They didn't make it, did they?
Republic troops made short work of your crack team.
I served with Lieutenant Haral for 6 years. This must not stand. It's time to burn every Republic outpost to the ground. Show those dogs how the 83rd Platoon avenges its fallen. I'll organise what's left of my command and drive those scum off Balmorra by myself if I have to.
Lieutenant Haral stood his ground when he should have retreated.
Haral was one of the best I've served with. But you're right. We need a solid plan of attack. It's good you retrieved that data card. If the Resistance had cracked our security codes, their saboteurs and commanders could have struck where we're most vulnerable.
If the Resistance had any courage, they'd face us in open battle.
They don't have the spine for that. Neither does the Republic. I wish I could offer a greater reward, but I'm afraid this will have to do. I should file a report with Central Command. I appreciate your wise counsel, my lord. Good day.
Come in, Torsen. This is headquarters. Lieutenant Torsen, please respond. Sir, we've got something. What? Lieutenant Torsen, is that you? Blast it, Nalto! Get me a clear visual. That's better. Oh. Apologies, my lord. I didn't recognize you. Is there a lieutenant by the name of Torsen with you by any chance?
There are many slain soldiers here. Your lieutenant is most likely among them.
Then it's what we feared. Torsen's squad was deployed to recapture that region's farmsteads. The Resistance is desperate for supplies, pushing to capture every food source available. I hope to retake the farms and put their crops to our use. That's no longer an option. We have to destroy the crops on those farmsteads. We cannot allow the enemy access to such a valuable resource. You're already in the area. Can you help us?
This is beneath me, but I'll do it.
Torsen's squad was carrying a set of RK-9 soil devastators for this contingency. They'll be on the soldiers' bodies. Once you have the soil devastators, fight past the Resistance patrols and position them in the growing fields. The devices will blight the soil beyond all use. If you could, contact me again when the objective is complete. Good luck to you. Hello again. Scans show the soil devastators in full operation. Excellent. Thank you for taking the time to assist us. The operation would have failed without you.
There won't be a next time.
Understood. Understood. You don't need to worry about us. I've arranged for a small token of my gratitude to be sent to you. Thanks again.
It's really done, isn't it? The men who killed my family. You've made them pay. The names match the dog tags. They're dead. All dead. Go home now, Captain. My wife and daughter are avenged.
I'll have the men prepare for departure, sir.
It's not as satisfying as I expected. Perhaps I should see whether those Republic soldiers had families.
You should make everyone involved pay the price.
Yes, I think so. I'll start my search at once. You've done well for me. Take a reward. Farewell.
My lord, you honor me with your presence. How may I serve you?
Those villagers wanted to share their supplies, but you put your personal vendetta above your duty.
I assure you, this is all just a misunderstanding. The villagers, you see, they deceived us. They ambushed us, and we had to kill them. No impropriety, nothing personal in what happened. I simply did my duty. We can keep this simple, can't we? You can forget whatever it is you think you saw, and I can forget about leaving these credits sitting on my desk. Agreed?
Turn yourself in, or I'll take matters into my own hands.
You leave me no choice, then. So be it. Colonel Aiden, this is Captain Varmet.
Yes, Captain.
I wasn't entirely truthful when I told you what happened with the supply drop-off.
Is there some problem here?
You see, we're setting up a new base of operations where Outpost Freedom is now, but those colicoids are proving a headache. Our orbital bombers have specialized toxic bombs to drive them off, but apparently they need infrared markers to aim at. I'm looking for someone to place those markers.
There's no way this is worth my while.
Did I mention the markers must be placed near nests of swarming colicoids? We need the markers placed in these locations. Once they're all in place, I can order the bombardment.
Warn me first. If I look up and see toxic bombs overhead, I will be unhappy.
I'll contact you when I read the markers are in place. Watch yourself around the colicoids.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Pardon. Kanju's disease. I'll have my wind back in a minute. Oh, that's better. Dr. Rivas, Imperial Science Bureau. Welcome to Project Hexapod. Not much, is it? Just me and a couple of obsolete computers. Empire's throwing all its resources into the war. What little good it does. But maybe you can help me.
Spare me the sob story.
I'm not angling for sympathy here. You're familiar with the weaponized colicoids, right? You can't miss them. The results of some kind of sick, wonderful experiments. Got loose when the Empire bombed the place. I'm here to uncover and analyze every scrap, every detail of those perverse, amazing experiments. Where, why, who, how, what, and then put it to good use.
The pursuit of knowledge is endless, isn't it?
Knowledge is all well and good, but I'm more interested in the practical applications. I've located ground zero of the colicoid experiments, but between the mutated colicoids and my bad lungs, I can't get in. I need you to take this data spike and upload every scrap of information on those experiments you can find. Not just the formula, everything.
Stop talking, I'll do it.
Good to hear. Project Hexapod might not be a wash after all. Ground Zero isn't far from here. Big lab facility, hard to miss. Good luck out there.
The upload has stopped, but the algorithm was flawless. Someone must be interfering with the upload manually.
I haven't seen any sign of the Republic or the Balmorran resistance in here.
We should keep all possibilities open. The interference is coming from deeper inside the lab. I hate to ask this of you, but I need the rest of that data. Keep on your guard. Anyone with the ability to get into that lab is very dangerous.
Imache, churon chica chiliska chanaga.
I'm a Lord of the Sith. I represent the Empire.
O grani tampio da pushi wompa, pu tula musta. Piti do tenya go kaka jujo, da biska ku paliya.
I can't believe the Colicoids willingly contributed to these experiments.
Bagthra wanawaga mi bunawa dwepe. O kakiza spida perupa, gadwa shiniko higa danulia.
Our bombers are pounding those colicoid nests into toxic dust. You do excellent work. Thanks for your help. You've certainly earned this.
You've returned. Tell me you were able to deposit the poisoned body parts throughout the colicoid nest.
Next time, handle your own affairs.
If the colicoids associate eating human flesh with dying, their survival instinct will steer them away from us as a food source.
My lord, we feared you wouldn't survive. It's chaos out there.
And who do you think is responsible for that chaos, Captain? With every target you eliminated, the Resistance became more disorganized. I've ordered all available forces to the battlefield.
Our bombers devastated the enemy in the first 10 minutes. Their defenses are in shambles.
I told you I'd win this war. So I did.
So you did, indeed.
We forced their 6th Battalion into Bugtown. The colicoids are eating them alive.
I think I'd like to see that. The lot of you are departing, I take it. Off to conquer new planets in the name of the Empire.
I think that should stay my little secret.
As you like. Colonel, prepare my shuttle.
Yes, my lord.
When you think back to Balmorra, remember the armies you laid to waste, the enemies you slew, and remember me, and the rewards I gave you.
What sort of rewards were you thinking?
That, among others. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have rebels to annihilate. Tell the troops, Captain, that today we win this world. Today the Resistance has fallen.
My lord, I hope you don't find my appearance here obtrusive. I beg an audience.
I will always welcome you, Quinn.
It pleases me to know that, my lord. As you know, Lord Baras enabled my reassignment anywhere I choose. It is an evolution I've longed for and assumed would never come. Aiding your mission on this planet has reawakened the ambition I began my career with, to make the most profound impact possible for the Empire.
We share the same desire, Captain.
I sense that as well, my lord. I cannot think of a more glorious and honorable way to make a difference in the galaxy than to serve you. I'm here to pledge myself to you. I'm ready and willing to serve in whatever capacity you see fit.
Whatever capacity I see fit. How exciting.
More like nauseating.
She thinks she's funny.
My lord, if given the chance, I know I will prove myself to you. I'm a top-notch pilot, military strategist, and a deadly shot. I can fly this ship, plan your battles, assess your enemies, and kill them. You won't find a more tireless and loyal subject. I offer my military prowess and dedicate every ounce of my strength to your cause.
I would be pleased to have you, Quinn.
The pleasure will be mine. Thank you, my lord. I will submit my reassignment papers as we depart.
Apprentice, I see you are ready to put Balmorra behind you. Good. The elimination of Commander Rylon grants security to my spy network, but there is still more to be done.
It's always work, work, work with you.
When all this is over, there will be time to relax. Now, before I unleash you on Nomen Karr and his Padawan, you must eliminate my spy on Nar Shaddaa. Head there immediately.
My lord, I have settled into my quarters and fully acquainted myself with the ship. I am at your disposal.
I should probably inspect those quarters, Captain.
You'll find them spotless and in order, my lord. You'll also find that I'm fully trained in all aspects of operating this vessel. I can both navigate and pilot.
If you're half as good at evading obstacles as you are my advances, then my ship is in good hands.
I'm here to do a job, my lord.
Okay. I can't take this anymore. Look, I throw myself on your mercy or whatever. Please. Just please remove this collar.
Let me see if I can find the right button.
Real nice. Jerk. You think that's gonna break me?
You wish to speak?
Yes, my lord. I wanted to update you on the condition of your ship. It has responded extremely well to my optimizations. I'm pleased to report that we are operating at peak efficiency.
I'm glad to hear it. Keep up the good work.
I fully intend to, my lord.
Your demeanor makes me tense, Captain. Work on loosening up.
I see. Actually, my lord, I don't see. Is that an order, or are you testing my professionalism?
I'm going to get a kick out of you.
I hope to be of greater service than that, my lord. Permission to speak freely, my lord.
You may always speak freely, Quinn.
I'll keep that in mind. There's a reason I was languishing on Balmorra before you arrived. A decade ago, I served under Moff Broysk at the Battle of Druckenwell. Moff Broysk made a critical oversight that brought the fleet to the brink of complete defeat. I ignored his order and turned the tide to victory.
I take it the Moff took exception to that.
Your intuition is flawless, my lord. Broysk took credit for the reversal, which is fine. But then he court-martialed me. Darth Baras assigned me to Balmorra, or my career would have been over. Moff Broysk has blocked every transfer and promotion I've been up for since.
I have no tolerance for fools like this Moff.
I could say more about him, my lord, but my point is made. I serve you now, I have no regrets. I'll return to my duties.